Welcome to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be with you all the way through the NFL regular season, playoffs, Super Bowl, big game, whatever you want to call that, the spectacle at the end of the season is. And we're going to be just going through each and every week. And I can't believe we're hitting week 8 already.
I know, it's going quick.
And, you know, I have to admit, we're starting to see the draft order for the next draft lineup because of these teams that are just awful.
I guess the Jets better figure out a quarterback.
Well, I think the Dolphins do too.
Yeah, I think so.
But you know, it's really interesting seeing half the AFC East. It looks like it's going to line up for the top 5 draft positions.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing some of the other changes happening. The Giants seem to be moving in a better direction. Kind of questionable. I love watching Denver now. Denver is so fun, at least the last quarter anyway.
By the way, the Giants, I can't believe what happened with the Giants. I mean, that's the one team I went with last week and I won with. Yeah. But I thought I was going to win outright, but the last quarter, you know, I covered, thankfully. So, the Giants are an interesting team. They should have won that one, but some poor coaching decisions and some poor kicking.
Well, speaking of the Giants game, that was one of those games where the last couple of minutes had lead changes.
Yeah.
It's been a very interesting NFL season through week 7 so far. There have been 26 games with a lead change in the final 2 minutes of regulation this season, most in NFL history through 7 weeks.
It's been really great. I mean, as a product that you're selling to the public out there, it's been such fun watching it. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting.
It's tough on the bettors.
It's tough on the bettors. Tough on bettors.
It's tough on fantasy and some key injuries and but overall a very, very entertaining season so far.
I have to admit, Thursday night, Sunday night, and the Monday night games have all been pretty good this season. Last season, there were some dogs in the Thursday night slot, and Sunday was not that much better.
Was that last season or the season before
Both,
that? When
they had 2
every
years' worth.
Thursday night was a terrible game. But no, it's really, they're stepping up their game, so to speak. So.
But like I said, we just finished week 7. We're going to be moving into week 8 with our picks. So let's see what happened in week 7.
Hey, what happened?
Starting off with the team's stats that we've been looking at here, the Bears. Chicago Bears.
Very good.
Ben Johnson seems to be justified in all the accolades he got. They've won 4 consecutive games within the span of a single season for the first time since 2018.
Yeah,
they haven't won 4 straight games in the regular season since 2018.
And they look good doing it.
Yes.
So.
Cleveland snapped its 11-game streak of scoring 17 or fewer points.
Yeah.
Miami's a good cure for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. The Chiefs. Sunday was Andy Reid's first ever regular season shutout win.
Really? Okay.
427 regular season games. This was his first shutout win. He's done it in the playoffs and postseason, but he's never done it in the regular season.
Now all of a sudden, everyone in the media, the Chiefs are back. Watch out for the Chiefs. So,
well, they've scored,
and they could be. I don't know, but we'll see how the season moves on.
Here's an interesting stat regarding Kansas City. 30 points in 3 of its last 4 games. They only hit the 30-point mark 6 times in the previous 2 seasons. So their offense seems to have picked up a little bit here.
Okay.
And speaking of the Chiefs game when they played the Raiders,
Raiders
had only 3 first downs in the game, fewest in the NFL since the Raiders had in Week 9 of the 2008 season.
That used to be such a great matchup. I mean, I guess the late 80s, early 90s, the Chiefs and the Raiders, that was such a fun game to watch.
Yep. Arizona Cardinals, 5 straight losses, and each one of the losses have come by 4 points or fewer. Something to keep in mind when you're betting.
Yep. So I think I lost that game. I mean, I went with Green Bay. They won, but they didn't win by, I think it was 6.5, I think.
Yep.
So.
And staying with the losing streaks, Cardinals have lost 3 straight games after leading by 7 or more points entering the 4th quarter. Broncos, first team in NFL history to score 33 or more points after being shut out through the first 3 quarters, by the way. There was an interesting stat. You threw it over to me. NFL teams had won 1,602 consecutive games when leading by 18 or more points with 6 minutes or less remaining. until the Giants lost.
Yeah, boy, it's yeah. Look, New York sports media has been very entertaining this week. I mean, they're talking about the Jets, they're talking about the Giants, and
Yep.
you kind of expect that from the Jets, but from the Giants,
Sadly, you do expect
but
it from
the Giants,
Jets,
this is one they let slip away. So.
Well, the Jets are looking at a quarterback change, so we may be seeing Tyrod Taylor for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's just you got to.
I still think they should give Cook a little bit of chance to get in there and play because he is much better than Justin Fields.
Yeah, you have to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to run out this year, but I don't know what you do next year for.
Well, they're going to be in position to at least get somebody or trade it away for a quarterback.
Sure.
Let's continue with what happened in Week 7.
What happened?
Individual stats. We've got Rams quarterback. This was the final London game of the international series.
So what do they have? Do they have
Germany's next?
Germany and then Madrid, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We've got Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford throwing for 5 touchdowns. Not only was it the 5th game of his career doing that, it was his first time on the road throwing for 5 touchdowns. Did not know that.
Interesting.
And also that was the record. 5 touchdown passes is a record for international series. On the other side, the receiving end of his passes, Devontae Adams had 3 touchdown receptions. That tied an international series record for touchdown receptions. Jalen Hurts, your quarterback over there, 3rd perfect passer rating in Eagles history.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting to see. A lot of fun watching that game. Some big chunky yardage and things like that. I'm a little concerned about Barkley. I mean, he hasn't gotten on track like last year. It's hard to top last year, but
it's a new offensive coordinator again, isn't it?
Well, I love I love the new play caller, but I love the I love the fact they're getting it downfield now.
So, I like that too.
So you got to do that.
Yeah. Now we're moving over into a couple quarterback numbers here that were interesting. Patriots. We've got Drake May.
All right.
With 222 passing yards, 135.9 passer rating. May became the 3rd player under the age of 24 with 200 or more passing yards and 100 or more passing rating in 6 consecutive games.
Good.
Mahomes and Marino.
Okay.
There's a name from the past, Marino.
Not to throw cold water, it's great to see that the Patriots are doing well, but boy, they are not playing really good teams.
Oh, no, they're beating up on the teams they should
they
be
have
beating.
to. I mean, they have to. I mean, it's not their fault. They didn't make the schedule, but they to see their upcoming games is just it's almost like a cakewalk to the playoffs.
Especially with Buffalo having issues.
Which and I'm not throwing dispersion against the Patriots. They're beating the teams they should be beating, so good for them.
He set a franchise record, highest completion percentage, 91.3%. He broke Brady's rushing record.
Okay.
He got 62 rushing
Brady
yards.
had a rushing record. You never think of Tom Brady with a rushing record.
Well, it's not a lot of rushing anyway, 62 yards. That's the new record set by Drake May.
Okay.
And he's the 4th player in the Super Bowl era with at least 2 passing touchdowns, 2 or fewer incompletions, and 60-plus yards on the ground. He joins Lamar Jackson, Robert Griffin, and Walter Payton.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Well, I remember some plays throwing.
Yeah.
It's
that it took me a while to think that way
when you're
too.
talking about all around great athletes, Walter Payton is one of them because I remember him throwing some on the you flip it out to him, he runs on the side and then tosses it downfield.
Now let's move over to the Indianapolis Colts.
Which I don't care what you say or we talked about the Bears, how great they are. For me, the Colts are the surprise team of the year. With a 6-1, they're absolutely incredible. So
they're actually becoming Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think someone throw out Colts Rams. So I don't know. We'll see. So
I wouldn't be surprised Colts and anybody else.
Colts Rams, Colts Eagles. Who
well,
knows?
the last time they had this kind of start, they went to the Super Bowl.
Sure.
So everybody is putting that together with everything, but with Indiana Jones back there.
So he's not Danny Dimes anymore. Now he's Indiana Jones.
Yes.
No, okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes. Well, Dimes,
but Daniel Jones is doing a great job. Hats off to him. Boy, he had a tough time in the Giants, and I guess they weren't really clicking, and I think he found a home that he can really thrive.
Well, he found an offense too.
Yeah, no,
he did not have that in New York there.
Good for him.
But he's led the Colts to the most points in their history through the first 7 weeks.
They look good.
232 points through week 7.
They look good.
He's got a passer rating of 100 plus in 6 of 7 games. Jonathan Taylor is doing amazing work, too. He now has 3 or more rushing touchdowns in 3 games this year, more than all the other teams combined. Mm-hmm. So he's doing extremely well. Yeah, it's just crazy to see and everything, but that's what's happened in week 7. Let's talk about us now. Let's see what happened to us last week.
Hey, what happened?
Well, I finally had a good week.
Yeah, you went perfect, 3-0, right?
3-0. So probably never hit that mark again.
Yeah, I was 1-2. I got a little nervous at the end of the Giants game, but they covered, thankfully. Green Bay, they won, but they didn't win by 6.5. I think they won by 4.5, something like that. But Atlanta wasn't even close. So
no,
that's a story. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I went with the Colts, so I knew that was going to be a good showing by them. So. But the London games were pretty good to me this year so far. Sure. I went. I think I.
So you're
went
Mr.
2-1.
So you're Mr. International, huh? You like those international?
I love those
games.
international.
So you're going to
games.
do these are the last 2.
I got to see the matchup. I really haven't looked at who's playing yet, so I haven't done my.
You should just pull the trigger.
Analysis.
It's an international game. Pull the trigger. You're doing well in that stuff. So.
It's fun to watch those games because I like getting my losing out of the way early in the morning. So
right.
But London games are kind of interesting. I have not really focus too much on the Germany games. They did one last year too, and I really didn't even touch that game.
The London game is interesting. I mean, they didn't show it this year, but Jacksonville it's kind of like a home field for them, but they didn't look like the home team last week.
But again, Jacksonville's been beating up on lesser teams anyway, so that was their first test, really.
Jacksonville's a strange. I thought they'd be doing better. I thought they'd be more consistent in their play, but it's just not the case.
No, but we're 3. I went 3-0. You went 1-2. I have a 2-game lead on you now.
2-game lead. Okay.
So I'm 11-10. You're 9-12.
Okay. All right.
So
it's a long season.
Oh no,
I got another half season to go.
Like I said, I don't think I'll ever see 3-0 again.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So.
Anyway, that's our look back at week 7, both for the league and for us. And we're going to start looking ahead to week 8 after the break. Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Back after this.
In a moment of need, every second counts. So first responders, delivery drivers, and visitors can find your home fast, even in the dark. This is about more than just a number. It's about safety, visibility, and peace of mind. We created a house number that is not only a beacon of safety, but also a work of art. Crafted from durable stainless steel and waterproof acrylic, with efficient, low-voltage LED backlighting, it's uniquely yours. Choose from 6 sizes, 4 fonts, and 6 colors, and match your home's mood with bright, neutral, or warm white halo lighting. Add dusk to dawn, dimming and timing controls for complete command.
Every order includes free worldwide shipping, plus a 2-year warranty on lighted numbers and all powering accessories.
This is the ultimate home upgrade, a perfect blend of style, quality, and function.
Buy yours today.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place the cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Hey, Dave Weischadle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We just did our look back at Week 7 for both the league and for us and our games that we picked last week. We'll start talking about our picks in a little bit, but like we've been doing all season long, it's a competition between us. We choose 3 games each, point spreads and totals, no money lines on our choices for the games we do on each and every week. And we use Caesar's midweek lines. Midweek. How about that one?
By the way, on a personal note, I didn't do well at the show, but I did hit on a teaser last week, and I did hit on a parlay. So,
see,
I
did well on the show, and I got crushed everywhere else.
It makes it a little easier for me to stomach what I'm doing on the show. So.
Well, like I said, I did well on the show. I got crushed everywhere else. So listen to my picks on the show, but don't ask me for picks personally. Yeah. I guess that's the way.
By the way, my teaser was a 6-leg teaser.
There you go.
That was it really paid off.
The spider teaser.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, we have Caesar's midweek lines that we use each and every week, and Caesar's has a brand new offer for new customers. Football is back, and Caesar's is game day ready with a great offer for new customers. Place your first bet of $1 or more and instantly get 100% profit boost up to $25 max bet per boost. Register now at Caesars.com/sportsbook-n-casino with our promo code Pike20X, and you'll get that special sign-up offer. Terms and conditions apply. 21 and older. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 800-426-2573. I'm reading it off because I have not memorized that number itself. I can say 800-GAMBLER. I can't say the actual number just yet. But here we are, Week 8, 3 games each. Let's get into it. First game of the week, we've got the San Francisco 49ers at the Houston Texans. Texans are favored by 1.5. There's an over-under of 41.5. Just so everyone knows, we do have this game in common. We actually have 2 games in common this week. Prior to taping, what we do is we go through the list of games we have. We don't go through the picks. We go through the games to make sure, for production purposes, we're not repeating ourselves at different points in the pick segment.
We may have the same game, but I don't know what you're going with that game. I don't know if you're doing San Francisco. I don't know if you're doing Houston Texans. I don't know if you're doing the over-under. I don't know.
But
we have this in common. It's like
this game is
rare that we have 2 games in common.
Very rare.
Have we ever had 3 games in common? No, never. Okay.
The only time we actually expect to have multiple games in common is during the playoffs. Yeah. And Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, anyway, here we are. First game of the week, San Francisco 49ers at Houston Texans. 1.5 point spread in favor of the Texans. There's an over-under of 41.5. We both have this game. San Francisco's coming into the game going 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games, even with all the injuries that seem to occur for this team each and every week since the season started. They've played inconsistently because of these injuries, but they have been playing pretty well lately. They're 3-1 against the spread on the road this season. Last week, Christian McCaffrey ran for 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I'm expecting to see a lot more of that style play from the San Francisco 49ers. Houston, on the other side, they have not been playing too well. They're 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games versus the NFC West opponents. And between all the stats I just set out there, plus you mix in the offensive line issues they have, they really are having a tough time protecting C.J. Stroud. I'm thinking San Francisco should be able to eke out a win. I'm going San Francisco plus 1.5.
You know, this is one of those games I had to look twice at the point spread. I was like, what am I looking at? I was just absolutely surprised that the 49ers are underdogs against the underachieving Houston Texans. Get this stat. It's just mind-blowing. The Texans have lost 30 of their last 31 games as underdogs against NFC opponents. The Texans have also failed to cover the spread in each of their last 11 games when playing with a rest disadvantage. So they're coming into the game tired and not very good. And this season, you mentioned against the spread, this season the Texans are 2-4 against the spread, and the 49ers, get this, have won 2 out of the last 3 games this season that they have been underdogs as. So, and I think that's what's going to happen this week. I like you. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers.
When I saw Houston not getting that home 3, that kind of bothered me.
Well, I'm just shocked that they're favored.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that's the
watch,
first game.
and that's the game that's going to come and bite us. Watch.
But yeah. Well,
and by the way, I hate the fact that we have games in common
let's
because
see what happens.
I have to make some moves to overtake you. This is a competition between me and you. So I hate it when we pick the same team.
Well, let's head on over to the second game of the week here. Second game of the week, and we have this game in common. Dallas Cowboys at the Denver Broncos. Denver is favored by 3.5 points. There's an over-under of 50.5. Both of these teams put up a lot of points here. We've got the over is 5-1 in the Cowboys' last 6 games, and while the under is 7-1 and 7-1 in the Cowboys' last 8 games versus AFC West opponents, this year's version of the Cowboys' defense seems to have issues stopping other teams. Mm-hmm. They've allowed over 20 points every game this season, while the Dallas offense has put up 40 points or more in 3 games out of the 7 weeks here so far. Denver's fourth quarter comebacks, they are fun to watch. It's a remarkable way they're winning these games, but with how the Cowboys offense is playing, I don't think they've played against an offense like this. And I think this is going to, especially in the fourth quarter, may come down to a shootout, especially with the way Denver plays in the fourth quarter. I'm going to go with the over 50.5.
I love this because I went with the under. I love this. We're head-to-head on this one. Look, it's going to be a great game. Dallas has one of the best offenses in the NFL, and Denver has one of the best defenses in the NFL. And I really think this is going to be a long day for Dak Prescott. I mean, especially with Denver's secondary. Here's some stats for you. The Denver secondary has limited their opponents to just 17 passing plays of 20-plus yards and has the lowest success rate per dropback in the NFL. I think Denver's offense is good, like you said, but I don't think it's that explosive. I mean, this is going to be
only in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think this is going to be a close game, and I think it's going to fall under the points that the books have put on it. 50.5 is too high. I've seen some algorithms and some things that the game was 26-23 Denver, and that's 49 points. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking something like that. A lot of models are predicting under, just slightly under. I think this is a game I'm going to sweat it out, but I think it's going to fall under.
Well, if this was like 51.5, 52.5, I probably would have done under as well. But that's like right in the middle of everything.
50.5, just bothers me.
It's a crapshoot.
I mean,
right now.
And especially look, the defense is so good for Denver. I just like what they're doing.
All right, let's head on over to the last game of the week. Last game of the week for me. We don't have this game in common, thankfully.
Yay! All right, look at that.
We
only have one thing in common because the second game.
2 games, 1 pick.
Okay.
Chicago Bears at Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are favored by 6.5 points. There's an over-under of 50 even in this one. The Bears are coming into this game. They're 4-2 against the spread this season, 2-1 against the spread on the road, which is really surprising to me. The Ravens are coming off a bye, and they do expect to have Lamar Jackson back at quarterback. So right off the bat, I'm expecting a little bit of rust from the Ravens offense at least for the beginning of the game. Chicago has won 4 straight games coming into this. The Ravens have lost 4 straight. We've got the Ravens 1-5 against the spread this season and 1-3 against the spread at home this season. Most of that's not on Lamar Jackson because he's been hurt for the last couple of games, but still, Chicago has shown right now with the Ben Johnson leading everybody, Caleb Williams playing the way he should be, they can stay and hang with the top teams in the league. They've beaten Dallas, they've beaten Washington. I'm going to go with the Bears, thinking they're going to keep this very close and stay within that 6.5 point spread. So I'm going Chicago plus 6.5.
Okay, my third game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are favored by 4 points at New Orleans Saints with an over-under of 46.5. This is another one of those games I had to look twice at the spread. I mean, look, regardless of the loss last week, Tampa Bay is still one of the best teams in the league. The Buccaneers averaged 27.5 points per game, and it makes them like 6th in the NFL. I mean, but when they're going head-to-head with New Orleans, the Buccaneers are 5-1 in their last 6 meetings against the Saints, and they won their last 3 games when they played in New Orleans. Also, the Saints have failed to cover their spread in each of their last 6 October games as underdogs. I mean, I'm not surprised that Tampa Bay is favored. I'm just surprised that it's only by 4 points. So, again, I took another look at one of these models, and they had at least Tampa Bay by 6 points. So I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think if Mike Evans was playing, it'd be a little bit different, but he's gone for the season. So
they're still very talented.
Yeah.
And still much more talented.
And Mayfield
than New Orleans
is playing
Saints.
very well.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you something. Baker Mayfield is having an incredible season.
Yep. All right, those are our 3 Week 8 picks each. We'll be back after the commercial break to recap and close out the show. Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show, back after this.
Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand.
Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We just finished up our Week 8 picks for the NFL regular season here. We did the Week 7 recap in the first half of the show, Week 8 picks. Why don't we recap for everybody? Go ahead, Dave.
All right, I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers. The underdog San Francisco 49ers, who are playing in Houston, Texas. And the Texans are favored by 1.5, if you can believe that. I'm taking the under 50.5 points in the Dallas Cowboys Denver Broncos game, and I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers laying the 4 points against the New Orleans Saints.
I went with the Niners as well, with the plus 1.5. I went with the over 50.5 with the Dallas Denver game, and the last game for me, the Chicago Bears plus 6.5, keeping it close with the Ravens. Those are our picks. They will be put up on the Turnpike Sports blog after the show is released. Head on over to turnpikesports.us, click on the blog button. You'll see the picks there. Feel free to comment on the blog. Feel free to email us your comments, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Feel free to interact with us on social media. We have Facebook, Turnpike Sports, Instagram, Turnpike Sports Radio, and the creature known as X, Turnpike Sports, Turnpike Bets. We've got two addresses there. So feel free to interact with us there. And as always, we use Caesars Sportsbook midweek lines, so the lines may change by the time game time comes around. So please check the lines as often as you can before you place a bet. And please, bet with your head, not with your heart.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike. Good luck, everyone.